Hello, YouTube.
Anyway, so we're coming at...
Welcome to Casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Where
Yeah,
we casually make videos every now and again.
with no editing. All on one take. So today we're gonna start a series, and it's our top 10 favorite like cards of that specific like mechanic or card type or whatever. And by the way, before we do any of this, this is something we need to do for a long time. I'll probably make a whole video separately of this, but real quick, most of our ideas are coming from a channel called Team X Underground, one of my favorite YouTube channels. Those guys are kind of the inspiration for all this. They did this first. This is just kind of our take on this, but if they ever see this, shout out to you guys. But yeah, so today we're going to do our top 10 favorite normal monsters.
We're really just listing off what we think are the coolest cards in each of these different categories.
It had nothing to do with which ones we think are good or bad, just
A lot of mine are real bad.
whatever we like.
Well, someone would argue that all normal monsters are bad.
Fair.
So, you're up first.
Sure. Where's my list? For my number 10, I put Dark Magician.
Going with the classics. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Ironic for someone who doesn't actually play him in a deck.
I mean, he's a cool monster. He's like the original Ace monster.
He's got that hot lore.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
find
pretty
it
cool.
Do you find it weird that someone who plays Dark Magician like I do and I love the deck, he did not make my top 10?
Hey, it wasn't
I
close
think-
to my top 10.
He was
in the
close
top
for me, but
40.
he didn't make it.
He's got a lot of really cool card arts. Is really the main thing.
The
I like his card arts, and I think the deck is kind of mildly interesting.
The red Dark Magician.
Dark Magician
one's
Girl
really
is
good.
better.
No.
Well, she's not a normal monster.
There.
All right.
So get shit on.
My number 10
I feel bad now.
is a woman, Red Archery Girl. I just always thought she looked cool. I would love to see her printed as a holo. We were talking about this before we started shooting. That
Is that the one that firing a bow and arrow out of a clam?
Yep, and
Yeah,
he's like,
okay.
"Oh, there's one thing I love more than whatever winning." He's like, and "That's a fish fry." I love it. And when he becomes Toon Red Archer Girl and he tries to attack a Celtic Garden, and she's just like, whoosh, just fucking catches that shit. I think the card looks fucking cool. It's just beautiful card art. So we talked about that, like Konami, because they never fucking all these normal monsters kind of go to waste because they're not played in anything. It'd be cool to get an archetype based around like each normal monster. Would just be cool. And then also like come out with
At the very least, like support for normal monsters
Yeah.
that isn't ass.
yeah,
Like
that-
Heart of the Underdog's a cool card, but like that card's been impossible to use since like 2012.
Yeah, and Heart of the Underdog doesn't work if you don't draw it.
I'm talking about just making
It
archetypes
doesn't work if you play it on the
around
field.
one of the normal monsters. But it'd be cool if they also printed a lot of these as holos because a lot of them are just common. But anyway, that's my number 10. Go ahead.
All right, my number 10 is Go Giga Gaga Gigo.
Is that the big one?
Yeah, that's
He was an
he's-
honorable mention for me.
That's a good card.
He's the huge dude. He's got an amazing name. And after reading his text, and he's got some lore behind him too, because like I've watched a couple like card lore videos that are pretty interesting. But his soul long since collapsed. His body recklessly continues onward. Driven by a lust for more power, he no longer resembles his former self. Leave a like if you know how that feels.
Okay. So basically, what happened is the original Gaga Gigo started taking Venom serum like Bane,
Yeah.
and that's what happened to him.
I didn't know Yu-Gi-Oh had a DC crossover,
Yeah.
but that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, fucking awesome. He looked awesome.
Yeah.
They never had him as a holo, but I was always like that card.
He eventually becomes
That's his final form.
no, there's one form beyond it. It's a
No,
XYZ monster. It's like
That's not his form beyond that though.
it is. It has higher attack.
Doesn't
No.
matter.
You talking about that one's a generic like rank 4 that just has 3 level 4 monsters and it like doesn't have no effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
But none of the Gaga Gigos have any effect.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that like that's not. Anyway,
Anyways, what's your next monster?
That's a good question. I don't even know. Serpent Knight Dragon.
it's a good card.
Although it was like in the series, it's this really cool card that Rex uses, and then it gets immediately overshadowed by
Because of
Red
Red
Eyes,
Yep.
like within minutes.
But
But it's still a cool card.
they built it up like being like, like there's just
Oh,
a
I know.
legend behind the Serpent Knight Dragon or whatever.
They were back in the day. They were really bad about that. They'd be like, "Oh, it's this legendary card. It's so powerful," and then it's got like like 2250 attack, and it's like, yeah, but that's not. It's like, I guess that's decent.
If
I
they
suppose.
made if they made like Serpent Knight Dragon support and actually made it into a deck, would you play it?
Maybe.
Ah, okay.
Has to be your playstyle. It's a fucking cool ass card.
Yeah.
My number 9 is Battleox. I just always fucking love when Kaiba would be like Battleox. And here's a main reason why. I fucking love Rapid Horseman. One of the cool. It's basic, but it's fucking cool. A fucking what are they called? Is that a Minotaur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Minotaur. It's just fucking awesome to me. I just love it. But Battleox is kind of the first part of it. He's the normal monster, and I just always loved him. If they made a holo that looked fucking awesome, I mean, there might be a holo Battleox. I don't fucking know, but he just is a fucking cool looking card. Kaiba always kind of started with that card in Duelist Kingdom. He'd be like, I summon Battleox, and he'd just do shit. He summoned him once in Battle City in the Double Duel, but just fucking cool looking card. Basic 1700. You know what you're getting. He's fucking awesome. I love when Kaiba duels Joey, and he's like, you can even he's like, you can even smell the monster, and he's like, he's just making noises and shit.
That's disgusting.
Exactly. Fucking cool. Anyway.
How do they know what it smells like?
The holograms obviously have a smell.
I mean, I guess the monsters in the show were technically real.
Yeah.
Well, that's also part of it. My number 9, Launcher Spider.
Oh, close. Almost made my list.
Launcher Spider was one of my favorites. He's on my list specifically because I actually played this guy, like, in my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks way back when I didn't even realize what a card game was. But I still love this card, and I just love the artwork for him. He's just, like, a spider with a bunch of, like... Where is he at? There he is. He's a spider with, like, missile launchers on him, and it's... I love the whole concept.
That just gave me an idea. Do you think we could do like a special like kind of like formats where like we build Yu-Gi-Oh decks where you can only run normal monsters and you can only run one copy of each card? Brendan would be pissed because he'd be like, how can I summon Blue Eyes Ultimate then? But don't you think it'd be cool to just be like, we play old school Yu-Gi-Oh beatdown or whatever, but no effect monsters, no none of that bullshit. And also we'd probably have to keep the spell and traps to like the old school stuff, but
I feel like it'd be bland
I mean,
to an extreme.
You could pretty much just play the speed duel stuff. That's kind of what
I thought
it
you were
is.
gonna say GOAT format, which I'm against because people just run the same shit. But
Whatever. Anyways, what's your number 8?
Number 8, Arcfiend Soldier.
1900. For sure. Yep, I always thought it was cool. Yep.
One of the classic like beatdown cards, because I used to play a deck that was literally nothing but normal monsters. That's why I know, like, I am a foremost expert in how bad normal monster decks are.
Oh, don't be that way, dog.
Like, unless you have, oh god, like, I mean, I guess there's a few more floodgates nowadays that can make the deck, like, that kind of deck more viable, but it still kind of comes down to, it's like, well, you could do that, or you could run something that does it better. So
He looks cool.
but yeah, he's a cool card. He's just one of the classics.
My number 8 is Serpent Knight Dragon. Just as you said, that's a fucking cool looking card. It came in secret. It was a secret rare back in the day. I think it was a secret rare out of LOB. So that card, yeah, I would fucking, if they made support, I would be like, I would consider fucking playing it. Just always cool. I love the way he attacked. He attacked with fucking like little like shadows that come out and like pierce the opponent. Fucking cool card. Well, isn't his fucking...
I wonder if that's supposed to be like shooting out like scales or something.
Isn't his one of you needs to bring up his description on your phone or whatever, because I feel like his description is something about being the spirit of like a warriors.
A dragon created from the soul of a wicked knight.
Yep. Fucking cool as shit. Simple but awesome. Anyway, go ahead, Justin.
My number 8 is Volcanic Rat. Which is...
God, would have never fucking made my list. Why?
Yeah, because this mutated mouse dwells in the core of active volcanoes. No amount of heat is too much for it to bear. And
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's why. There's another.
If it's like less than like 80 degrees, you're cold, and then it's like anything higher than that, you're just like, oh, this is perfect.
Consistently cold, and I just love the artwork for this card. I don't know.
That is the first card mentioned that I have no interest in whatsoever.
You're gonna not be interested in a lot of my cards.
Okay.
I've legitimately never heard of that card.
I own it. I probably still own it because it's out of one of the GX packs, I believe.
Because I can relate to Volcanic Rat and its insatiable need to be warm. It barely beat out Vanilla, but
okay.
You know,
I don't know what that is either.
Vanilla's like a rabbit with like fucking 2050 defense or something like that.
Yeah, it's a level 1 with like 2000 defense.
People
it's
used
really
it in fucking what is it? Heart of the Underdog decks.
He's cool.
Number 7 is Gemini Elf.
Solid choice.
Yeah, it's another 1900 beat stick. She was one of she's like one of the originals. She's in LOB, I think. And it was one of those like old normal monsters that like I always wished that I had owned, but like it was something that I only ever got to use in the games because like she was like a secret rare, so it was really hard to get.
Yeah, only the rich kids had her.
But it was a card I always really liked.
Never cared for her artwork because I'm more of a like I want my cards to look badass, and she don't look badass, but I respect it because like she's still like the artwork is like elegant and shit like that. Any normal monster that they put in a holo back in the day looked fucking awesome. Just looked great because they just did artwork way better back then. My number 7 is Garuzzi's. Always fucking loved Garuzzi's, man. He just looks fucking cool. I want a holo of that card. But when Joey fucking played him, you know what I'm talking about? Against Yugi, where like Yugi was like. He's like, all right. He's like, I'm pretty much giving you the game here, Yugi, but you have no, he basically sets him up for a trap. He summons Baby Dragon, sets a card face down, and, Yugi was like, I know what that is. That's Time Wizard. He's trying to do a combo. And he attacks. He's like, sorry, Yugi, you just walked into a trap. Let him have it, Garuzzi's, and fucking kunai would change that bitch. Fucking love it. Garuzzi's always look cool. I wish he wasn't 5 stars, but that's kind of the cool thing about him. If they made fucking a deck around Garuzzi's, which they would never fucking do, but if they did, your boy right here.
No, they could do something very interesting. They could do like a Lizard Man deck. It'd be really cool.
Just make cool support around.
There's not really any kind of reptile deck out there.
Nope.
Well, no, there's a few. There's reptilian, there's aliens, and there's actual just reptile support. The Venom monsters. That's another one. Does anybody
want to play those games?
I considered Venoms. I may make them. Reptilian's not really
sure.
Okay, anyway.
All right, what are we on? 7?
You're on 7. Yeah.
7? Well, in the same vein as Volcanic Rat, I got Mr. Volcano.
I can get down with that. That dude fucking produces fire from his fucking sleeve. Show the fucking people.
The people, you're not going to be able to see this
bullshit. I can see some of it.
That's Mr. fucking Volcano, boy. You
can kind of see it. There we go.
Oh, by the way, you're in charge from now on. That's probably a good idea. How about you just have your phone and just whatever card we name, just fucking go grab it.
Well, if we weren't lazy as shit, we could just edit this shit in. But that's not going to happen. Yeah. Also, I don't think I'm going to look up every card.
No, but Mr. Volcano.
Mr. Volcano is definitely something you have to see because, like, he's swaggy as fuck. This seemingly mild-mannered creature has an extremely volatile temper. Nothing really cool there, but he's super fucking swaggy.
There's just something cool about a dude who's just like, I'm a fire guy. It's like, well, how do you do it? And he's like,
yeah. Got that shit. And he's of course doing like the anime point shit. Like, ooh, I got a bus one.
I got Nyx.
Yeah.
I got Nyx, bitch. All right.
For number 6.
You are already dead.
We got a Trihorn Dragon.
Makes sense.
Didn't make my list, but he's fucking cool. He's original LOB, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I always just thought Trihorn Dragon just looked cool. It's pretty much just his artwork.
Yeah. That card was impossible to fucking find forever. I think it's still first head, because it's a secret rare. First head Trihorn Dragon's still fucking expensive.
I just want to look at the artwork.
He's fucking dope as shit. Anything else to say about that?
Not really. He looks cool.
Jesse, I mean, can you find him in time?
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah.
What's his description?
An unworthy dragon with 3
sharp horns sprouting from its head. Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know what he looks like.
The secret rare just fucking looks amazing.
We should probably just edit the shit out.
Yeah.
No, it's whatever. It's our first one. People forgive us.
I don't even have editing software.
Yeah. We're doing good on time, right? We're fucking at, what are we at? 14 minutes. We'll be fine. Yeah. Guys, it'll be a long video, but roll with this. My number 6 is Lajin, the mystical genie of the lamp.
Excited for Aladdin?
Now played by Will Smith.
No. Yeah. But the only support that card has is the Ancient Lamp as a card. But, literally, Konami, you're fucking sitting on a gold mine here. Fucking just print Lajin support. I will fucking make that deck. Just genie support. Just consider Lajin and Ancient Lamp genie cards and just make a genie deck. I will fucking make it in a heartbeat. It just is something cool about when Kaiba was doing Yugi on top of the roof and he was like, summon Lajin and he combined it with the Ancient Lamp and then he was like, oh, sorry, Yugi, you want to fucking attack Lajin? He's going to go back in the lamp. You don't have a fucking target, bitch.
I remember, for a long time, if you have, the Lajin set up with the lamp and everything, that's kind of an awkward play. It's hard to get around.
Because it basically just says legends like you can't fucking touch them.
I forget exactly what it was, but I remember like for like back in the day, that was actually really hard to get over.
Yeah.
Because it was like it was something like you couldn't just attack into it because like it disrupted it in some way, but I can't remember. I don't remember exactly like what it did. It might have been like it couldn't. It was like he wouldn't be destroyed once or something like that, or like it destroyed your monster.
Can you imagine like Konami? You're sitting on a gold mine. Just make a continuous spell that's like a new lamp, and then just make a bunch of new genies that you can just fucking constantly summon one, do something, swap out, blah like that.
A genie of the lamp deck.
Yeah,
that'd be
cool
really
as
fucking
shit.
cool.
It could be interesting.
Should I be working for Konami?
You'd have a bunch of continuous magic cards that were like different lamps. That genies would give different effects.
Yes.
It'd be really interesting. And then the genies could come in and they'd be like,
and then if
they grant a wish or something.
Yeah, and you could summon like some fucking like little Aladdin fucking like you can make your little like I'm thinking like Spellbook Magician of Prophecy Blue Boy, but you just make him Aladdin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just fucking like he's your one guy that you fucking are constantly doing shit with the dude. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I could definitely.
You're constantly making the genie fucking be like, power him up, do this. The genie does this. That'd be fucking.
And then their boss monster is something like fucking Jafar.
Jesse, like your boss genie, just like you get fucking 3 wishes. Like here's like fucking out of 5 effects, you get 3 of them. Which ones do you want?
Yeah.
Be fucking cool.
That'd be another like super long card.
You grant wishes and lose wishes. Like you fucking constantly are like, yeah, I get another wish, or I just used a wish. That'd be fucking cool.
I wish to lose the game.
One of the effects is just like, I wish my opponent didn't have any cards in their deck. Just fucking knocks them all out. That'd be cool.
It's like a win condition type card. My 7, right? We're on 7?
You're 6.
6. Okay, well my number is 6. Blazing Impachi.
Ooh,
character.
I wrote that down for another person sitting here.
Oh, did you? Blazing Impachi is somebody who actually had a DC crossover. He's in Teen Titans.
Yes, he is.
He is in Teen Titans.
You remember that, Brendan?
Mm-mm.
Do you remember when Slade was fucking like he was posed as like another person that was trying to teach the Thunder and Lightning brothers how to fucking be evil? And he fucking like had them like set a fucking ring of fire, and that fire lit the fucking Blazing Impachi.
He was straight up in Teen Titans.
Yeah. It's cool shit.
Anyways, a wicked wooden spirit now burning its flames. Its fire attack is powerful, but it will soon be nothing but its ashes.
Unfortunately, the most expensive version of Impachi is Charcoal Impachi Ulti Rare.
I had like all the Impachis on my list at one point, but it's like, that's too much.
No.
Alright. For number 5, Red Eyes.
Obviously.
Red Eyes always just been like a cool card. I've used him, sort of used him in quite a few decks, just because like he was a level 7, and there was time when like rank 7s were actually like really, really good. And I think I used him in my normal deck back in the day. And he's just back whenever I tried to combine it with pendulums, and it was horrible. Like it didn't work at all.
Red Eyes is dope, but anyway, my number 5 is Celtic Guardian. I already run Celtic Guardian in a deck, but regardless, by the way, people, the LOBs are the way to go. You gotta have hollow Celtic Guardians. Don't be giving me no common shit. Celtic Guardian is just cool. It has some support. Has 2 cards technically in the support tree. It needs more. But just fucking dope as shit. I just like Yugi didn't even have to explain why he has this fucking dope ass Celtic Guardian in his deck. Just cool.
Both cards that were on my honorable mention list.
He didn't make your list?
I wish I could have included both of those.
You know
guys.
how awesome it was when Celtic Guardian fucking like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon was out there, and he was like, he was gonna win the fucking game with Celtic Guardian. I'm not copying off Spidey from fucking Team X Underground. I know he's made that point before, but it is fucking dope. I tried to stay away from a lot of your cards, Spidey, because you had a good list. I tried to stay away from.
But it's just, I don't know. I knew those 2 cards would get representation from at least one of you guys, so I was like, I can kick them off my list, so I can put some more unique monsters on my list, I suppose. But number 4 now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, number 4.
We're on number 5.
Sorry.
Number 5. Well, either way, my next dude. Mine weren't entirely like ordered. I'm just going in order of what I'm feeling at the moment. But my number 5 is Kozaki. Kozaki himself.
Yeah, I told you a long time ago. That's you, dude.
He's an actual. He's just like, I can't even like begin to describe. He's another.
Read his description.
He's another monster that has a lot of lore. A workaholic fiend who devotes everything to his research into the languages of Dark World. His mind is collapsed because of working too hard. Dude, leave a like if you know how that feels.
His mind is collapsed. Got Jesse immediately. He's like,
yeah. But Kozaki's got like some special meaning because he's got that self-destruct button where he's just like,
I gave you
Neutral.
those. I gave you those cards.
and then I bought like 7 more because I just love Kozaki's self-destruct.
I
button.
used Kozaki's self-destruct button in my old burn deck back when people used to pop back row all the fucking time. And they probably still do, so I probably should like run it again. But I love that card. Just the fact that like your opponent pops it, it's like actually you take 1,000 damage. Got you.
Got you, bitch.
Oh, it's so good.
It's amazing.
Would you make a Kozaki deck if they fucking?
Oh, if they made some sort of like,
Because they have a few support cards for it, but
I don't even understand how you'd begin to make a deck around Kozaki, like a workaholic deck where it's just like,
have one man fucking powering machines. and shit
yeah,
like that.
it's just like you have one monster and then a whole bunch of like magic cards that are machines or trap cards.
It's
that
a
are
deck where you
machines.
never quite have enough resources to do everything.
Yeah, it's a deck where you never quite have enough resources.
There's a trap card. I mean, there's so many cards that have Kozaki in it in the artwork. There's one trap card. I think it's called like Overworked, where like he's like typing on his
And
laptop, and yeah, shit's just fucking coming out of the screen on his
it's just like
face.
blowing his head off.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
self-destruct button one. Just the dude that's like, fuck
yeah.
this.
Oh my
He's
god.
like, fuck.
Look up the artwork for Kozaki self-destruct button because he's just like fucking
In the future, don't ever let Jesse fucking work a job where like there's a self-destruct button, because Jesse would fucking
I'll
be
kill
like,
us all.
Yeah.
I'll kill every single one of us
Oh, we're not gonna
for
do
the
that.
memes.
Oh my god. All right, Brennan.
Number 4 is actually Charcoal and Pachi.
Dude, there's so many Apachis.
I mainly like it just because of the ultimate rare
Yeah,
exists.
it just looks fucking. It was the first one.
like he's super cool looking. I've never actually owned that ultimate rare, but he's really cool.
Kevin Johnson has it,
Yeah, he does.
but he'll never fucking sell it to you ever.
It's got
He
value.
values the ultimate rares more than anything else. And I think he has a playset of them. Kevin's the kind of dude just like he's like there is no limit to how many of these I want. He's like I will own all of them.
That's like that guy up at Gorilla who has like 500 different copies of Skull Servant.
Bet.
I don't know who it is. I don't think
Yeah.
it's bad.
Guy Caleb. Anything more about Charcoal and Pondry?
No.
Just cool shit. Isn't he? He's a level 1, right?
I don't think so. Let me look real
I
quick
think-
because he's on
he's
my
not level
honorable
4.
mentions list.
How long is this gonna take?
Oh, he is a level 1.
Yep, told you. All right, my number 4 is Red Eyes Black Dragon. You mentioned it. Red Eyes is just like he was always like one of the fucking coolest ones. Just the way he could be like combined into so many different things. Like you could fuse with him, you could fucking add equips onto him.
The fact that he's cooler than Blue Eyes. Don't.
Blue Eyes, it was very close because there's something about that season 1 when Kaiba would just fucking like the way he played Blue Eyes and the moments that it would show up, which is cool. When Kaiba would flip over his card or whatever and just be like Blue, it just was fucking cool.
It always kind of bothered me that Red Eyes was so much weaker than Blue Eyes, though.
I agree with you. That
Because it's supposed to be like the rival, so it's like, well, why doesn't it have like?
shouldn't they have made him like 2,800 attack or
I
something?
feel like it should have been 28, but then it would have been like, well, we can't have. They were probably like, well, we can't have it stronger than the Dark Magician. I think it literally came down
Yeah,
to
because
that.
they just put it in order of like the characters, and they were just like, well, okay, yeah, Red Eyes.
Even
Joey's
though-
a weaker character. than
even
Yugi,
even though Joey is actually the king of games.
Damn. All right, that's basically it for number 4. I mean, just Red Eyes. He just not much to say. It's cool.
My number 4, Neo the Magical Swordsman.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic.
Doesn't it? You got him pulled up, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Isn't he fucking like doing something with his? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking.
he's like casting a spell
spell-
and using a sword at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's
Shit's
fucking
dope.
cool.
He's one of my favorites.
The strongest archetype in RPGs, the Magic Swordsman.
I know fucking Zach loves that card a lot. Like, I think if they made a Neo the Magic Swordsman deck, he would fucking play it in a heartbeat.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Burden?
Alright, number 3 is Dunamis Dark Witch.
I wrote that down. That is one that's over there, right there.
This, for whatever reason, this has always just been like one of my favorite normal monsters. That actually was like one of my favorite cards for a really long time. It's just like really cool looking card, and it's just like it's one of those really cool cards that just I never had, but I always used in the games, and so it was, I guess, just kind of held a special place for me.
Brennan, you're the way he would build his decks in the games back then. I remember like I would use it a little bit, and he'd be like, "Dynamis Dark Witch, Mage Power, United We Stand, fucking Axe of Despair shit." And I was like, "You just get that fucking girl up to a lot of fucking attack with." That was
Yeah,
one way.
you just spam. Then you just spam out BLS because you'd use Graceful Charity and all that stuff because
Yeah.
that was, you know, that was legal in the very first one.
Well, honestly, your game was like my introduction to like a lot of the meta cards of Yu-Gi-Oh at the time. You know, there's a lot of those that we didn't have at the time, but I kind of figured like I didn't know what the fuck Cyberstein was until you fucking showed me. Like, yeah, so this thing just gets out fucking Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I'm like, that's pretty awesome. All right, my number 3 is Gaia the Fierce Knight. Nope, Brendan doesn't care about Gaia. He was not even shaking his head.
It's a good choice.
He's all right. He's cool.
He looks awesome. It's a purple horse. That's what's fucking cool about it. He's on a purple horse. Okay, here's my thing. I know they've made Gaia support where like they just go, here's another version of Gaia. Stop all that crap. I don't want more versions of Gaia. I literally just want to be able to play the original Normal Monster Gaia the Fierce Knight and for it to actually be practical. Someday I will make a Gaia the Fierce Knight deck. It's hard. You're barely able to do it, but I'll do it.
Well, that's the thing is a Gaia deck is basically it's like kind of a Gaia and BLS deck. For some reason they're like combined.
That's so stupid, Konami. What? Because Yugi wants Trib Gaia and Karibo to make BLS, you're fucking now like, yeah, they're part of all the same shit. No, they're fucking not. Gaia had never had.
I don't know if they're like direct support, but like I don't know how they like directly work, but I know that they are like decent support for the deck.
Just make a horseman archetype.
I'm just
Horseman of the Apocalypse.
I'm just gonna make, if I did it, I would make it'd be trying to fuse to get out Gaia the Dragon Champion, and then there's some cards you can do with Gaia the Dragon Champion. That's kind of what I would try to do. I have no interest in fucking trying to do the BLS shit with it. It's not my thing.
We on number 3 now?
Yep.
Alright, well, my number 3 is a Guardian of the Woods. This massive tree is believed to be immortal.
What?
It's Trent, my boys.
Oh, it's
fucking Trent.
He makes Trent jokes all the time.
He's the baddest motherfucker of all time. I just want all of you to know, if you're not playing Trent at 3 in just any deck, you're really just not playing the game right.
You're fucking up.
You're not even doing that.
I am.
You fucking poser.
I just never draw him.
Oh my god.
He's in the side deck. I forgot to put him in.
Well, I mean, Trent.
You don't believe in side decks.
I run a side deck for all my decks.
Oh really?
Yeah. Ghostrix has like
What do you got in there? 3 memory loss. 3 Fiendish Chain.
Obviously.
The third copy of MST.
Yeah.
The second and third copy of
the third copies of all the cards that I run, obviously.
What? That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Please don't.
All right, number 2 is, where is it? Summon Skull. Summon Skull was, I mean, it looks cool. It is. I used to use them in like every deck. I also have one that's like, it's got like a messed up art on it, and so
that has the fucking like, it looks like marker dots on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, I can get it.
No, not necessarily. Nah. We'll do that another time, where we'll do like a collection of like our old cards. We can do that, showing off our older cards.
But yeah, it's something that's like whenever I see a Summon Skull that doesn't have that little like blotch on it, it looks weird to me. I'm so used to, I've always seen it with that like misprint on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen that on other cards, but it's like it's really, 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 really rare.
Summon Skull, pretty dope though.
My number 2, Summon Skull. He's exactly right. Like you said that like we'd have similar ones, and I was like, I think they'll be different enough. I didn't realize we'd have it right at the same place. But Summon Skull, I always loved the look, his bones, his muscle structure and everything. I just thought that like
his exoskeleton.
Whoever designed it did a great job.
It is always kind of weird how like his muscles are like underneath his bones.
Which is cool. That's cool.
He's a demon. He's all jacked up. He's got an exoskeleton.
Also, cool that his horns are not going up; they're going down and curved. Just fucking cool.
Like a bull.
And he counts as an Archfiend card.
Which I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, I don't.
I don't know what kind of Archfiend deck actually uses Summon Skull.
Konami, I ain't ever playing.
Fun kind.
No, I'm never playing the Summon Skull where it actually says this is Trio's Archfiend card, because it's gonna be a common. Fuck that. You go with there's 2 copies of Summon Skull that you play. Well, actually 3, because there's some alternate artworks. You either play an alternate artwork, you play the Metal Raiders fucking one, which is what I have, the original, which I think is an ultra rare, or you play the secret rare that's out of the fucking tin. That looks fucking amazing. Anyway,
common.
Summon Skull, one of the reasons that he's on there is not only because of the fact that, yes, we all played him back in the day because of how good he was, that combo with Witch of the Black Forest. He was always your Witch of the Black Forest target back in the day. You always like, oh, Witch, Summon Skull, bitch. But he just was awesome. Joey, obviously, when he took fucking Summon Skull from Yugi and confused to make Black Skull Dragon, just fucking... By the way, if we do fusions, obviously you guys know Black Skull Dragon will be on my list, but Summon Skull just fucking awesome. I don't know. There's like no problems with that card.
Dark Law?
What?
Dark Law? No. Everybody has to run Dark Law.
Okay. Anyway.
Mass change into a billion different things.
What does that have to do with what we were just talking about?
Fusions. You're talking about
you're saying the Dark Law. Okay, that is not gonna be on my fucking list.
Okay, there we go. Finally get the joke.
That'd make my. Yeah, I didn't know what you were saying. I was talking about Black Skull Dragon. You're like Dark Law, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Anyways, Summon Skull is cool and all, but I got one better for you guys. I got Humanoid fucking Slime. Dope as shit.
He didn't make my list, but he's cool as fuck. I always loved when strings fused that in the Worm Drake. It was so fucking cool.
Humanoid Slime.
He wasn't a consideration for me.
Dude, look
you
at this.
love it. No, but be honest. That was fucking cool when strings
man.
was like fused together and he's like, my Humanoid Worm Drake. It was fucking cool.
You don't even think he's cool? I love him.
I like the
Worm Drake better.
No, the
what's his name? Revival Jam.
Yeah, Revival Jam.
Yeah,
I just wish that card like wasn't complete ass.
They should have read it and just make it what it was in the show.
Fun fact, can't include Revival Jam because Revival Jam's an effect monster.
I know. But Revival Jam, I had that card back in the day, pulled out of the pack. It's fucking awesome.
What are we at, number one?
Yep.
Well, my number one's Blue Eyes.
Well, it's obviously going to be Blue Eyes. You're like a junkie for it.
I've used Blue Eyes in my deck since like the very beginning, and now I have a Blue Eyes deck. So, yeah. He's always been one of my favorite ones. He's like one of the original big boss monsters. He was the, it's like he had Blue Eyes Ultimate, which was one of my favorite cards back in the day. And just anytime, like, you could always, like, finding all kinds of, like, new cards as time went on, like, stuff like Ancient Rules and all of this other stuff to just summon Blue Eyes out. I loved all of that stuff.
My favorite Blue Eyes moment, because he honestly, like, I knew you'd have it, so I kind of just chose not to put it on there. But Blue Eyes, like, he's just fucking dope as fuck. I can't critique that card. But my favorite Blue Eyes moment is when fucking he's dueling Pegasus, and Kaiba's like, I can't use my old tricks or whatever. He's like, I have to believe in the heart of the cards. And then he just fucking top decks fucking Blue Eyes after one of his just got destroyed. And then they're like,
I've always wondered what would have happened if it was like something else and it was like an illegal play. What if he like top decked a trap card and he just fucking played it and they're like, well,
oh yeah, because you
can't do that.
He blind just fucking summons it, but that'd be funny. But no, that moment was awesome.
He just automatically loses.
Because when he killed the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, Pegasus was just kind of like, fuck, like, okay, maybe I might lose this game.
Yeah, and plus, like, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is like the epitome of what it means to be a boss monster. Like, take the 3 boss monsters that were in your deck, and those are one thing now.
Can't beat the look of the original. Like, Blue Eyes Ultimate, the original just looks like awesome. Anyway, my number one. Okay, so like basically putting my list together, it took me a while to kind of order it because they're all kind of up there, and I don't really like. There's not really anything that distinguishes them. My number one, I knew for a fact, Baby Dragon. I always fucking loved Baby Dragon.
I was waiting for somebody to have Baby Dragon.
Of course. I love the look of it. It looks amazing. I pulled it out of one of my first packs. He just... awesome. I love him. I wish they made him as a holo. Old school. I'm
actually surprised that they haven't, like, of all the cards that they've made, like, random ass support for, it's like, why does Baby Dragon not have its own archetype yet?
Yeah, because it's like, I would love to play Thousand Dragon, but make me... Honestly, Thousand Dragon, he looks cool, like the original Secret Rare, but he's not, like, good enough. If they made a newer Thousand Dragon, that'd be dope.
Yeah, like a retrain of it.
Yeah,
that would be really cool.
And
honestly, like with like having like new Time Wizard cards and all of that stuff.
They'll probably make a Time Wizard fusion that just says like, because it'll actually let you fucking fusion them out. Because it never made any sense that you're like in the show they never have to use polymerization, but why do I have to use polymerization? Just never made any sense. Anyway, Baby Dragon, fucking awesome. All right,
Baby Dragon, another card once again that's on my honorable mentions list.
Didn't make it, right?
Yep.
As Mega Capital G said, your opponent doesn't know what to do when you throw a random Baby Dragon at them. They're like, what the fuck?
But my number one, my favorite normal monster has always been my favorite normal monster is Harpy's brother. It's not fucking Sky Scout. Why did they change that? Why
Because
does
they're
it...
like, in the Japanese, his name actually has nothing to do with Harpy, so that's why we had to change it. And we're like, hey man, we already used to that.
Yeah, I want Harpy's brother. It's so much more interesting. Why do you gotta, like, change this bullshit? Why do you gotta be like Sky Scout?
He's a black guy. That's why he's Harpy's brother.
Yeah. Like,
Harpy's brother.
yeah, Harpy's brother.
Jesus.
That's, like, he has a gun.
Oh my god.
No. But,
He's really your number one?
yeah.
I mean,
he's always been my favorite
He was
normal
pretty
monster.
cool. Brendan
Yeah.
used to play him.
Yeah, I used to run him.
With
I
the
think
Gene Warped Werewolf and all that stuff.
Well,
Werewolf.
it wasn't even. I don't even think it was his normal shit. I think that was back in one of his original builds of like just.
and
us
all
playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
my old beatdown decks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that's one of the ones you always use.
But, like, if I can just go through my honorable mentions, like,
Sure.
I only have 14 of them because I, like, kicked the others out, but I got Alligator Sword.
He was in my honorable mentions.
He's just dope.
Yeah.
His description's fucking, he can swing a sword faster than the speed of sound.
because it's Joey saying.
Yeah,
it.
because it's Joey fucking saying that shit. Alpha the Magnet Warrior. I had to include at least one Magnet Warrior. Baby Dragon.
Why is Duckbill fucking Bird, Drollbird, whatever? Why is that?
Charcoal and Pachi. You got Drollbird. That right there is why he's on my list. Just take he's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. I just love him so much. You got Fiend Kraken. I said
Show
it
the
wrong.
next one.
Fiend Kraken. You got my boy Brendan. Brendan sitting right next to me. It's a typo on there for some reason. It says something else. But that's my friend Brendan. He's an actual Yu-Gi-Oh card. You got Labyrinth Wall.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. It doesn't matter. You got Moki, Red Eyes, Soggy the Dark
Soggy
Clown,
was very close to making my list.
Swordsman of Landstar, Trance the Magical Swordsman, and the last one was Woodborg and Pachi.
Okay, some of my honorable mentions. Let's see here: Curse of Dragon, Ryuran, Slot Machine, Cybertech Alligator, Parrot Dragon. I almost fucking put it. I love Parrot Dragon. I love when fucking Pegasus is like, "There's not a whole card in my deck that could deal with that." Hold on, spoke too soon. Fucking love that. Jax Knight, Karyoshin, Darkblade, Exet Cannon, Gilgarth, Master Kion-Shi. Master Kion-Shi was like the first zombie I saw that I was like, that card is fucking dope. I remember, like, this is back in, old school beatdown Yu-Gi-Oh! He had 1750. Do you remember 1800s were hard to come by? Like, Opticlops was like a rare and all that kind of shit. And I remember trying to find 1800s. Some kid had Master Kion-Shi on the bus. I was like, I need that fucking card. V-Tiger Jet, Two-Headed King Rex, Skull Mariner almost fucking made the list. Just a fucking pirate ship with a fucking skull on it. I don't know why. Just fucking love that card. Queen's Knight, Alligator Sword, Shining Friendship. You may go like, oh, that's a gay one. Taya played that, and I always thought her strategy was cool. I would like to see a fucking, like, I loved when she was like, what was the bow and arrow card? I don't even remember what it was called. And then she had Elf's Light. I just love that she was like, she just took some low-level fairies and was like, I'm going to boost them with equip cards. I always liked equips, not your Noble Knight equips, because that's not real
well, in the show,
fucking-
you only boost up weak ass monsters. Like, God forbid you put your equip card on something that's already strong.
Yeah.
Like Blue Eyes.
Mystical Elf, mainly not because of, like, even in the show. Mystical Elf was just cool, like, its card, because it was an LLB and it was a fucking, like, hollow. And it looks fucking beautiful. Yeah, and then, like, Soggy the Dark Clown. Yeah. I had Blazing Apache did not make your list because you fucking won so many games back in the day by just fucking Blazing Apache.
Oh, Charcoal and Pachi for some reason.
He never.
He's cooler.
I don't think. Did you ever play Charcoal though? You
I don't.
played a little bit.
I don't know if I did.
Just a wall, but. All right. Is that the list?
Yep, that's it.
All right. What are we at time wise?
Almost 40 minutes.
Hope you guys
way too fucking long.
It's whatever. It's just kind of a sit down. Hope you guys enjoyed
These
it.
are more of rants than anything else.
Yeah.
We just like to talk about like Yu-Gi-Oh! The way we love it.
Apologies if you're looking for the fast version of a top 10 normal monsters fucking list. I'm sure you'll find that on there, but
This video is as slow as playing a normal deck.
exactly. All right. Peace
All right.
out.
Ah!
Like, comment, subscribe.